You're amidst a swirling storm. Howling winds violently carry you through the mist, over primordial waters and rivers of lava, finally arriving at your destination, a dark place, far beyond Midgard. You land clumsily on frozen ground, struggling to maintain your balance. Your breath is visible in the cold air, and you feel your once youthful skin begin to fall away. You look around, an icy realm of frozen rivers and vast darkness. You have arrived in Helheim, the realm of Hel, the goddess of death. You're here because you have passed, not through heroic deeds, but by a dual ordinary death. This place where everything is still and the only sound is your wet footsteps is a place of rest, if you deserve it, if you can appease the goddess. There's not much you can do but cross the frozen landscape toward House Hall, an obsidian castle larger than Midgard itself. As you walk forward across the unchanging landscape, past the frozen river, you come across a figure who appears frozen solid. And as you draw near, he begins to murmur. Det fi, det jag fränder, det jag skall fridsama. Jag vet ej, aldrig dig, då mitt ondetan vrän. You don't understand what it means, and it doesn't seem like you can help the man who's oblivious to your presence, the frost forcing his eyes shut. You continue your journey, and then a whisper echoes. Cattle die, and kinsmen die. You too shall die, but only one thing never dies, the doom of every dead man. You successfully cross the icy plains and wander over the grand mountains, despite the pain in your feet, and finally see the shadowy silhouette of Helheim Castle. The air fills with a sweet scent, and dark fumes swirl around you. The river of poison, one of many in this realm, aims to lure you. But you know not to stop. Your earthly desires have vanished by the time you reach the outskirts of this grand city, where even gods like Baldur cannot escape. As you approach the mighty walls of Helheim, the sound of drums thunders in the air, and a large shadow looms over you. You can only see a hairy, bruised leg. It belongs to Garn, the guardian of this realm. You stand frozen in fright, but she does not harm you. With a loud thud and a crackling of ice, she opens the door wide. Once inside the walls of Helheim, you find that it is not as silent as the land you've just crossed, but bustling with souls who seem indifferent to their fate. The threshold stands out, marked with carved runes leading to House Hall. She will judge your fate. On each side of the entrance are two long corridors, one for the sick and one for the old. But then you notice a cave, so deep that you could walk through it for eternity and never reach the end. A place no one wants to belong to, where those who die in shame or are deserted by the gods are condemned to eternal nothingness, a place of no existence. You walk ahead, and soon you are guided to her sacred hall. Hell, a giant and formidable figure, locks her cold eyes with yours. One side of her face is bare and skeletal, while the other is enchanting. Come, state your name, wanderer, she says, her voice velvety and musical, sharp contrast to her chilling appearance. You hesitate, your heart pounding in the cold silence. As you speak your name, it seems to vanish into the depths of her hall, swallowed by the shadows. Hell remains still, her gaze locked onto yours. For a moment, the weight of all your choices presses down upon you. Then, with a slow, deliberate nod, She gestures toward the dark corridors that stretch beyond her throne. Here you will rest forevermore, she says, her voice a quiet finality. With that, step forward into the unknown, knowing there is no return, only the eternity that awaits you in the cold embrace of Helheim. Det fi, det jag fränder, det skall förtsamma. Jag vet ein, att aldrig det, du mir undedan vren.